Hi guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. Cuddles is here, bugging us, and I've got an idea for a series. I'm just going to call Happy Donations or something. Where the idea is I'm donating the comics, but it's not because they suck. It's because they're good enough that I feel good about donating them. If this is someone's first comic, that'll be good. But if something stays in my collection forever, it has to kind of like reach this point that I'd be sad if I gave it away. I'd instantly regret putting it in the donation bin. So, hi, bud. All right, so Britannia, diversity in comics. I will never accept Comics Matter with your boy Zach. Zach. He's reviewed Britannia, and he's kind of said that Valiant buries good books like Britannia while promoting, lesser books to get political points. And Britannia's kind of fun. This cover isn't the original cover; it's the cover from the deluxe edition, and it's basically the first detective. They call him like Detectivus or something. And what I like about it is it portrays the Roman Empire unflinchingly. So the Roman Empire, it's a great empire. There's lots of great history to it, but it was a brutal time period. And people talk about the Pax Romana because when you compare like the Romans to, like all the pagan barbarians, then the Romans were civilized by comparison to them. But it was still a brutal, violent Game of Thrones style political intrigue time. So they do this whole setup about the Vestal Virgins, who I keep hearing about. Vestal Virgins are something like I've read about, but I've never like dug into the history of like, the real inspiration for it. So their idea is that the Vestal Virgins, because of their religious significance, have this special political influence as well. What's the comic doing? It's folding over on itself. So our main character, Antonius, he's the detective. Now there's some weird things, like she asks him to go help this beautiful Vestal Virgin and rescue her from the druids who want to do human sacrifices. And she says, well, I need you to do this because if Rome finds out we're losing our Vestal Virgins, we lose our mystique. And then she immediately tells Nero about it. Why are you telling Nero if him knowing that would be embarrassing to you? But anyway, what I like about Nero is if you look at facial reconstructions of Nero based on like old sculptures of him, he actually does look like a little wimpy boy. I believe that ugly people can be brave and heroic, and I believe that beautiful, handsome men can actually be really evil. But I do think it's funny that Nero is one of the most evil men in history, and he had just like this weird, inbred, twerpy boy. Like I want to stuff his toilet in the. I want to stuff the toilet in his head. I want to stuff his head in the toilet. Look to him now. For mature content, there's some nudity. They show some Romans engaging in some sexual activity. There's some, murders and some, creepy Roman rituals. And I think a lot of that is accurate to the time. Like Rome is this really rich culture with like a very strong sense of nationalism. There's a very strong sense of what it means to be a Roman. I like that there's indentured slavery, but they kind of explain that this might actually be an economic benefit to a lot of people. Like Nero is a brute, and that's true to the real life Nero. And Antonius does a little detecting and then gets sent back to Britannia, where he's kind of encountered the druids and been horrified by their creepy gods, and he realizes he has to go back. So yeah, interesting. It kind of touches on. I like how Antonius is sort of a normal guy with a son who just cares about protecting his country. And he's kind of in the midst of this, gross political world of sex and debauchery in the Roman Republic. Shadowmasters, I think this is one of my 50 Cent buys. The origin of characters you've seen in the Punisher. Well, I never was a Punisher fan, but I just kind of enjoyed this on its own merits. It was kind of a talky book, but it did a really good job of just catching me up to everything. So, okay, grief, Cuddles. So there's like this Sunrise Society who are imperialists, and they want to restore the empire to Japan and kick out all the Western influence. And the last ninja takes him down. And the last ninja, he has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And then there's this American kid who is the son of an American who was the last ninja's son. So it's sort of like this family bond kind of thing where our fathers knew each other. Now we're close friends, and they've never solved the murder of their fathers. And then Yoriko, who I don't think she has any relation to the Wolverine character. She does some cool ninja girl stuff, hides from the bad guy that manages to survive, and then does some cool like detective work and subterfuge, trying to learn details about the death of her father, while her older brother kind of just moves on, starts a family. American guy, he goes into chemistry, and as they uncover details, there's some cool like detective stuff where goggles come out and they realize the goggles are made with technology from the site where their father was murdered, so they figure, oh, maybe they're gradually releasing technology they had years ago. That's kind of interesting. I like that the terrorist group, is based on developing like the most cutting edge technology in the 1980s in order to outcompete the world superpowers. That was kind of fun. There's some romantic stuff where she falls in love with this guy, but also suspects that maybe his family's connected with the evil organization. And it ends with them kind of like getting a little bit more cool subterfuge stuff. And it ends with the three of them getting ready to go in. So it didn't have like a big over the top like fight scene. It was a slower paced comic. For 48 pages of comic, there wasn't a big over the top ninja fight. But even then, they still did like the cool Yuriko sneaking around and planting a bug on the guy and figuring out the secrets and some detective work. So not a bunch of superhero fights, but some fun ninja detective work. And I love this cover, like full page painting of the appeal of it is cool ninja girl, and they gave the cool ninja girl top billing. So I was interested enough in that one to try to find it. That's it. We don't need to go 10 minutes. 10 minutes, YouTube sucks with their 10-minute videos. Normal Marmaduke fan, these are going to the donation bin. I hope they give someone some joy. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications. Cuddles, you want to say anything? Please don't show them your butt, Cuddles. There, show them your cute face. There we go. Love you guys. Catch you later.